Are the Miami Dolphins gearing up for a major shakeup before the trade deadline? With a 2-4 record in looming games against tough opponents, the clock is ticking for GM Chris Grier. Will he turn to the trade block to reshape this team? Stick around as we dive into potential moves that could change the landscape of our beloved Dolphins. Don't forget to subscribe and like for all the latest updates on our Miami Dolphins. Could we be saying goodbye to some familiar faces in aqua and orange? As the Dolphins navigate a challenging season, the trade deadline is fast approaching. GM Chris Grier has a history of making bold moves, and with several players on the bubble, anything is possible. What does this mean for our roster? Stay tuned as we explore who might be packing their bags and what it could mean for the team moving forward. Hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay in the loop on all things Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are at a crossroads, and the trade deadline is just around the corner. With a 2-4 start and tough matchups ahead, will Chris Grier look to shake things up? There are whispers of potential trades, and we're here to break down who might be on the move. Could this be the moment that changes our season? Don't miss out, subscribe and give a thumbs up to keep up with the latest news surrounding our Dolphins. As the NFL trade deadline approaches on November 5th, the Miami Dolphins find themselves at a crossroads. With a current record of 2-4, there's a real possibility that GM Chris Grier may need to pivot his strategy based on the outcomes of the upcoming games against Arizona and Buffalo. If those games don't go our way, Grier might lean towards selling rather than buying. In the world of the NFL, big trades are a rarity, but Grier has shown a willingness to make moves in the past, acquiring key players like Bradley Chubb and Jeff Wilson. There's a chance we could see some familiar names on the trading block this season. Players like running back Jeff Wilson could be moved, especially since he's currently buried in the depth chart behind Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. At just 28, he still has a lot to offer, but his playing time has been drastically reduced. Then we have Eric Ezukanma. The young wide receiver has had limited opportunities, with just one catch in 3 seasons. It's tough to see such potential go to waste, but perhaps a change of scenery could reignite his career. Similarly, linebacker Channing Tindall has shown flashes but hasn't been able to secure a significant role, making him another candidate for a potential trade. And let's not forget cornerback Ethan Bonner and tight end Durham Smythe. Bonner's playing time has been almost non-existent this season, while Smythe has seen a drop in snaps compared to last year. These players could serve as low-risk acquisitions for teams looking to bolster their rosters. As a Dolphins fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety as we approach the deadline. Are these moves the right call? I'm honestly torn. The potential to shake things up and possibly improve our draft stock is enticing, yet I can't shake the feeling that we need to hold on to our talent to get back on track this season. This week marks a pivotal moment as a 2-time Pro Bowler is set to return to practice, and it could change everything for our edge rushing unit. With injuries plaguing our defense, the return of this key player is a game-changer. Stick around to find out who it is and how this could impact our playoff hopes. Don't forget to subscribe and like for the latest updates on the Miami Dolphins. Hold on to your fins, Dolphins fans. We've got breaking news that could ignite our playoff push. A dynamic edge rusher is back on the practice field this week, and his presence is sure to electrify our defense. After a tough season riddled with injuries, this player's comeback is just what we need to turn our season around. Stay tuned as we dive into the details and what this means for the team moving forward. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to stay in the loop. Dolphins Nation, get excited! This week, a key player is making a triumphant return to the practice field, and it could be the spark our team desperately needs. With our edge rushing core facing challenges, the comeback of this Pro Bowl talent is more than just welcome news. It's a potential game changer for our playoff aspirations. Don't miss out on the full scoop and how this could reshape our season. Bradley Chubb, our two-time Pro Bowl edge rusher, is set to return to practice this week, and honestly, this news couldn't come at a better time for the Miami Dolphins. With injuries plaguing our edge rushing group, having Chubb back on the field is a huge boost. As we all know, the end of the 2023 season was tough on both Chubb and Jaelan Phillips, leading us to make some offseason moves that didn't quite pan out. Shaq Barrett was brought in, but his sudden retirement left us scrambling. Now, with Emmanuel Ogbah and a mix of rookies and less experienced players, the pressure has been on. Head coach Mike McDaniel confirmed that Chubb and Cameron Goode will be back on the practice field, and I can't stress how important this is. McDaniel mentioned how their presence alone can uplift the team during practice. I mean, when you have a player like Chubb, who had a career year last season, it's hard to ignore the impact he can have. He recorded 6 forced fumbles, 73 combined tackles, and 22 QB hits last year. That's the kind of production we need down the stretch. Chubb's return is not just about him, it's also about how he can mentor rookie Chop Robinson, who looks up to him tremendously. Robinson has been soaking up knowledge from Chubb, and that kind of mentorship can only help our defense. We've seen how effective it can be when veterans share their wisdom with younger players. It's like a chain reaction that elevates the entire unit. Now, with the Dolphins sitting at 5-7, the urgency to win is palpable if we want to make a playoff push. The good news? We have one of the easier schedules ahead of us. With Chubb back in the lineup, it seems like our chances of making a late-season run just got a little brighter. But I have to ask, do you think this was the best move for our team? I'm honestly torn. While I'm excited about Chubb's return, there's the lingering worry about injuries. So, what do you think? I want to hear your thoughts below. Are you optimistic about the Dolphins' chances with Chubb back in the mix? Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any crucial updates. And be sure to hit that notification bell to stay informed.